The black hole is one of the most mysterious phenomena floating around space for ages. Hundreds of questions have arisen, but there's been no accurate answer. Scientists and researchers have had different theories about the black hole and their existence.
There's an alternate description of a black hole in terms of what's known as the holographic description.
In fact, with the help of this black hole, scientists have made quite a few interesting and useful discoveries about the universe. However, it has all changed now, and things have taken a whole new turn. This time, scientists have discovered another shocking discovery about the black hole, which adds to the list of shocking revelations that the big hole of mystery entails. Are you curious to find out what it is? Then make sure to watch this video until the end because we're going to reveal it. So let's begin. Before we talk about the inside of the black hole, let us talk a little about them first. So, what is a black hole? Black holes are described as regions in space where a gigantic mass is stored in a tiny volume. This generates a gravitational pull that's so strong that even light cannot escape it. In simple words, black holes compose matter packed so tightly that its gravity easily overwhelms all other forces. They're said to be created due to the collapsing of giant stars and other methods we don't know much about. Black holes have fascinated scientists and the public since they propel the thresholds of the human being's understanding of topics such as space, time, and matter. Massive stars that create black holes collapse when they're at the edge of their lifespan, and for some other unknown reasons. Stars collapse when they run out of energy to continue the fusion reactions, which is responsible for keeping them hot as well as bright. And surprisingly, there isn't only just one black hole. In fact, the universe has an abundance of black holes. In the last 10 years, indications of collisions between them have been detected by scientists, and pictures of the gas revolving around them have been captured, which has proved to be very beneficial in finding a lot of new things about the universe. For instance, these black holes have enabled scientists to test Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. This theory interprets how space, time, and mass are all related to each other. So as a result, black holes can tell us a lot more about these factors and other fundamental rules of the universe. What led to the discovery of the black hole? It began with the discovery of the general theory of relativity by Albert Einstein in 1916. Einstein was the first one to predict the existence of a black hole. However, the name black hole was officially termed after around 50 years. So now that we know what black holes are, let's talk about what exactly do they look like. You might be shocked to hear this, but these giant masses are actually invisible. Yes, we're not kidding. This is because black does not emit any light virtually, and hence cannot be directly seen. But that doesn't mean we cannot find other ways to spot them. In fact, scientists have developed various ways to do it. How? The help of a few ways that we're going to tell you now is by looking at the stuff that's falling in these black holes. Let's explain. If any material collapses into a black hole, it traverses at extremely high speeds, becoming very hot and glowing brightly, which can be detected. In fact, this is how the Event Horizon telescope captured its first images of black holes that became so popular. Scientists are trying to utilize this method to understand more about how and, more importantly, what these black holes eat. These black holes have a very strong gravitational force and hence have an exceptional force of full-on other things. So in simple words, black holes can be found by observing the movements of various visible objects around them. For instance, the gravity of a black hole leads the stars near it to orbit around them, so scientists observe the behavior of stars behaving in an unusual way around a huge patch of empty-looking space. In this way, scientists are able to estimate how heavy a black hole is. Through this method, Andrea Ghez, who's a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, and her group were able to detect and demonstrate the supermassive black hole present at the core of our galaxy. Black holes can also be spotted by detecting the extremely strong gravitational ripples created due to their collision in spacetime. With the help of these signals, questions such as how strong they were, the distance between them, and at what speed they traveled when they collided can be answered. Now you might be wondering, what's actually inside these massive holes in space known as black holes? You're not alone. Millions of others have also been trying to find the answer to this question for a very long time. The brief answer to this would be that no one knows for sure. It has been deemed as one of the deepest questions in physics, and there are very few questions like this in physics where it cannot be exactly predicted what's happening. But this is one of those. But scientists explain that these black holes consist of two parts. The first part is the event horizon, which can be explained as the surface, but in reality, it's merely the point at which the gravity becomes so strong that it becomes impossible to escape. And then the other part at the center is the singularity, But you probably think, what does singularity mean? Well, it's the word used to describe a point that is both infinitely dense and infinitely small. Because of the laws of general relativity, a good understanding of what the event horizon looks like has been predicted, but what the singularity appears like hasn't been predicted yet. Scientists have shockingly predicted that these black holes, which are the source of such a huge mystery, will eventually explode one day. However, it'll take much longer than the present age of the universe itself for that to occur. So this creates another mystery about what will look like once this happens. It might be a portal to a brand new universe, or these holes might be a glitch in the matrix, but we'll never know that for sure. How do black holes form? Now that we've told you we've talked about what's inside the black hole, let's talk about how these holes are formed. As we've already mentioned, scientists think these holes are formed after a huge star collapses when they're at the end of its lifespan. But scientists have also predicted something else. According to them, these black holes keep growing and consume stars, gas, planets, and other black holes. How many types of black holes are there? There are mainly two kinds of black holes: supermassive black holes and star-sized black holes. What is a supermassive black hole? There's one more kind of black hole known as a supermassive black hole. These holes are too massive to be formed after the collision of just one star, so it's a mystery how exactly they're formed. However, since these black holes can consume other black holes, it might be possible that the supermassive black holes are formed by merging a lot of other comparatively small black holes. Supermassive black holes are named so because they encompass the order of nearly billions of times the mass of the Sun. And according to what scientists have found till now, almost all the galaxies in the universe consist of one massive super black hole at its center like a core, and they're related to the size of its correlated to each other through size. This means that the bigger the size of the galaxy, the bigger the size of its black hole, and a smaller galaxy will have a comparatively small black hole. This makes scientists assume that these supermassive black holes might have something to do with the formation of galaxies. But the relation between how they are linked to the formation of the universe and how these supermassive holes formed in the first place remains a mystery. What do you think of the mysterious black hole? Let us know in the comments section below. For more such interesting videos, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any new notifications from us. Thanks for watching.